You are that bitch, and you will get what you want. And here's why. Hello, my fellow artists and people that love self development and all things spiritual and creative. Okay, this is the Creatively Dreaming podcast with yours truly, Luna Lins, and I'm super excited to have you in the year 2026. In the year 2026, we are back. We are back. We are so motherfucking back. I took a long break for the holidays, and I'm here. I'm here, and I didn't know if I would come back, but we're here because honestly, I have a lot to yap about. For some time, I just was like, I don't know, because I want to dedicate more time to my YouTube channel, which is true, and I am going to continue to do that. I do want to keep things short and sweet. This one is going to be jam-packed with information. Before we get into that, though, I want to give a little bit of an update of like where I am right now currently, okay? Right now, it is currently specifically 12:42 in the morning. It is January 11th, I guess. No, it's actually January 13th now. So that's crazy. That's actually wild. I'm excited. I worked today, but I didn't wake up till like 11 a.m. I got like honestly like 10, 11 hours of sleep. I've been oversleeping like a motherfucking dog. No, I came home and I was pretty just tired. Was just laying down and I was like, I don't know if I have the energy to speak right now. I was like, I really just don't know if I have that in me right now. Even though I want to and I was preparing to, I just was like, you know? And then, speaking about manifestation, I have TikTok and Instagram deleted from my phone because boundaries with myself and the scrollies get to me. I get all up in there and I love to scroll and waste time, but you know what, I really want to stop wasting time in 2026. So I was on my iPad, I opened up TikTok. And what do I motherfucker see a bit? Okay, this is a big moment for me, okay? We will get into the topic of the episode, which is manifesting. Tell or don't tell about the things that you're manifesting. But first, bitch, I'm legit fangirling. This is a big moment for me as an artist as well. I'm gonna fucking sob my eyes out, okay? I'm gonna sob my eyes out, okay? Because what do you fucking mean? Okay, I don't, okay. I posted a TikTok, okay? We love TikTok. We really do. That's where dreams come true. Oh my god, you're literally joking. You're literally joking. I posted a TikTok talking about how I couldn't go to Tariyami's show because my car was being weird and all this stuff, right? I was supposed to drive to New York from Maryland. It didn't happen. And I was showing my outfit and how I was still going out for the night, and I was showing the art piece that I was going to give her when she was on stage DJing, and I wasn't able to because I wasn't able to go. And baby girl, I posted this over a month ago and Toriami just liked it this morning. 10 hours ago, she liked it and she commented. And her comment is so sweet. It reads, oh my god, I'm gonna literally cry. She said, oh my god, I just saw this. Firstly, you are so fucking cute. I love your outfit and hair and everything about you. I'm gonna cry my eyes out. That's like the sweetest thing ever. Um, she said the snapback is everything. I'm so sorry you couldn't make it. Secondly, thank you so much for your art. It's just as beautiful as you. Hopefully, we can party together soon. I'm tearing up. What do you mean? And I think to the normal person, they'd be like, why do you care so much? Why is my nose so red? I like wiped off my makeup. Don't mind me. Oh my god, I'm literally sobbing. Not really. But like, you're joking. Like, you're joking. I wouldn't have opened up TikTok. I really wouldn't have. I've been like off socials. And the reason why this means so much to me, talk about manifestation, let's get into it. Dude, okay. I have this tapestry of Jake, Johnny, and Tara. I got it last year for Christmas because I've been obsessed and I wanted to bring in the energy of feeling inspired to make videos, to make YouTube videos. That was my big plan for 2025, was to be consistent on YouTube. Something came up and it didn't end up happening the way that I planned it to, okay? And so, regardless of that, it's 2026, baby, and it's a new motherfucking year, and I've already been consistent on this podcast. We're being more consistent with my art channel as well. We're putting ourselves out there to the max because I love making videos. I love anything creative. I love painting. I love dancing. Bitch, I love to yap. I love it all, okay? I it's just I'm in love, okay? And the biggest thing that inspired me to make YouTube, because guess what, girl? Like I grew up on YouTube, as most people did. I'm 24 years old. Most people grew up on YouTube, right? It's just such like a big part of me, and I grew up like pretty much mute throughout high school and shit, like very, very quiet girl. Like people wouldn't expect me to even curse. Like I remember this one person was literally like gagged that I like cursed in band class because I was so quiet. So YouTube is a great outlet for me, point blank period. And I'm just grateful to be here, right? And so I love watching Jake, Johnny, and Tara. I think that they are, and I've watched Johnny for the longest. I've watched Johnny since I was very, very, very little. And he was too. And that's like, it's just such like a cool fucking thing to see people grow up and to see people evolve and to see people thrive online. I don't know. It's just, and it's just fucking dope as shit. And, um, to be so consistent. This is the biggest thing that I learned from Miss Yummy, Miss Tara Yummy, is that she is consistent every Monday posting on YouTube, okay? That is so admirable to me. I think consistency is key, and I think also pushes me to do the same, right? Because it's like she's been doing it for 4 years, and all of a sudden she's become the it girl more recently, right? And it's not like I want to come on here to like be the it girl or whatever the fuck. I mean, everyone's their own it girl in their own way. I think that's what's so beautiful about 2026 is that anybody can come up on these platforms and be themselves. And I think that's like the biggest thing of why I was so inspired by these people. Again, being themselves, regardless of like whatever discourse on the internet there is about them. It's just like, who the fuck gives a shit? Like, they're just having a good time living their life. And, you know, I also don't know these people, right? At the end of the day, who is anyone to sit here and like judge these people in any form when they're literally just like living out their dreams? Talk about creatively dreaming. Hey, clock it. Like, podcast name callback, but anyways, yeah. So I'm just extremely grateful, and I don't know that I would have filmed tonight if I didn't see that. I think I was very close to like, what, I was like, maybe I'll film tonight, but I just was like, I don't know, like I was really tired. But that gave me something to talk about, girl. That made me need to actually turn on the camera because that is an extreme sign of manifestation for me personally, because it's like she saw my art. And that's fucking sick. That's all I care about is like people seeing my art and like what I do. And I'm gonna stop, and I'm just so happy. So starting off this 2026 podcast off right. Okay. All right. Let's get into it because like girl, I got some notes, and look at my new journal. It has bat wings on it. I bought it because I was going to get my first bat tattoo. I'm obsessed with bats, so I plan to get several bat tattoos, but I got my first one of 2026 and in general. It's on my arm. She's still healing, but it has a heart, and it's my favorite thing. And it looks exactly, I didn't even realize this till after the fact. It looks almost exactly like this necklace that my friend Sierra designed, which is like the classic angel, with the eye and wings and the heart. She made it more cutesy, but because we know the like what the real angels look like is kind of scary with all the eyes and stuff, but she made it very cutesy for this necklace. I am obsessed with it. And it's so funny how much it just like matches this. Like crazy. Anyways, so let's get into the topic of this fucking episode, okay? I'm so excited. Okay. I'm just hype. I'm just fucking hype. What do you mean? What do you mean that happened? That's actually such a full circle moment in my life. Anyways, obsessed. Tell or don't tell about your manifestations. Let's get into it. There's a lot of discourse about this in general. I feel like it's either people say speak it into existence and be delusional and do all of the things and speak it into existence, right? It's like be loud and proud about what you want in this life, because if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. Very true. And then there's this other side of people saying don't tell. Don't say anything about your manifestations. Don't tell people about what you want, because it can derail you from what you want to do. And it can also give you this false confidence as if you've already gotten it, because you're getting the validation from the people around you that you have already done it, even though you haven't yet. So those are like the two different sides of the coin, right, when it comes to telling people about your manifestations. And I think this is a very interesting topic. And people are very black and white about it. And for me, I think it's very case by case basis. And I think it is very dependent on, one, who you tell. Two, it's more about the biggest thing, how much you believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in it wholeheartedly yourself, it doesn't matter who you tell or don't tell. If you don't have it so rooted and seated in who you are and what is going to happen and what matters to you, whatever everybody else says doesn't matter. The biggest example that I can give of this is if you tell somebody who doesn't believe in themselves about your dreams, and you also don't have the most confidence in what you believe in and what you want to do, and you take their advice because you're susceptible to it, and you're like a sponge to your environment, as people are. And that's where things go wrong, right? Because if you tell somebody who doesn't really care about art, about the fact that you want to pursue art, baby girl, yeah, no, that's gonna stunt your growth. And I know it stunted my growth, and it's a sad reality, but it's the truth. And so that is why it's really important about who you tell. Granted, for me, I was literally a child and I loved art, and of course I was gonna fucking express it. And that's the sad part about it. It's I want to be myself and say what I want to say. And if somebody wants to be negative about it, it's especially when you're young, you don't have as much confidence to stand on. But that's why it's really important that if you do hear these hurtful things, to then feed yourself so much love and, replace those thoughts of unworthiness that are just simply not true. And we'll get into that. But instead replace that with affirmation, because listen, fake it till you make it. You are that bitch and you will get what you want. And here's fucking why, okay? Here's why. The thing is, we're supposed to thrive. We're supposed to get what we want. And our brain will trick us that that is not the truth or whatever, but it's just, hey, listen, the fact that you're unworthy is actually not the truth. Because the thing is, the butterfly effect is so real. Energy is so real. You being yourself and you expressing the way that you want to and you following your dreams will inspire the people around you. Point blank, period. You surround yourself with people that love what they do and go after what the fuck they want in life, you're gonna also get what the fuck you want in life. That's just how it is, because your environment creates your reality. And that's why it's so important for you to continue to push past any negativity around you, if there is any, and if there is anybody still doubting you, all right? Because at the end of the day, once you get what the fuck you want in life and you chased your dreams and you got them, those people will be inspired by that, because the reason why they initially didn't believe in you to begin with is because they didn't believe in themselves. How can you believe that something so beautiful and magical can happen if that beautiful and magical thing hasn't happened to you yet? So it's just about being also understanding, I guess, of those people that may have said hurtful things to you, or because they probably didn't even fucking realize they were being hurtful. Most people don't try in this life to be hurtful people. Generally, that's not how people are. Granted, it exists in this world, as we know, unfortunately. People can be extremely hurtful and awful. But for the most part, holding the mic is really hurting my hand. I need like a regular handheld mic. What the fuck is this shit? It's supposed to sit on like, but oh my god, I really need like a handheld mic. I do like this mic though. It's very cute. But I can hold it like this on a pillow so that I'm not hurting my fucking drawing hand that I need desperately. Anyways, so where was I? Girl, I don't know, believe in yourself. That's really what it comes down to. Like, it doesn't really matter who you tell. Actually, it does. It does and it doesn't. I would say, like, what really matters, okay, is the belief you have in yourself, and also how much you take in from the world around you. And it just takes time to build that shell of protection when it comes to the things that matter most to you, the things that are the most sacred to you, like your dreams and your desires, okay? So yeah. Point blank period. Personally, yes. Certain things you keep sacred to yourself. You don't go around telling any other person about what you really care about and what you love in this life and what you want out of it, because people get jealous, and they don't even realize that they're being that way, but they are, and all of these things, right? It's it. If you feel like unsafe in an environment to talk about what you really care about, maybe don't. But I will say, in those moments when that does happen, I think it's a huge testimony, sure, testimony. I don't think that's the right word. It's a huge test in life to show, like, how much do you really want it? Because the thing is, in the world, as we know, there are always going to be a million of people that are against you, and there's going to be a million people that fucking love you. If you came in contact with a million people, per se, there, like, there's always going to be two sides of the coin. There's going to be people that get it and the girls that don't, okay? And that's just motherfucking tea. So regardless of who you tell and what people have to say about it, if you don't have the foundation of love and respect for yourself and understanding of, like, why you're doing what you're doing and why you want to pursue it and how important it is to you, then it doesn't fucking matter who you tell. I'm bringing this up because I see a lot of discourse and videos about manifestation and about how don't tell anybody about your dreams, which is difficult when you're actively pursuing them. You know what I mean? Like, for me, for example, and I think this is like, I had this thought too when I voice memoed about this in the car on my way back from the gym this morning. And I was just thinking about it. It's like, maybe the big thing is, like, don't tell people your end goal, because that's like the big prize that you want, and maybe that's something you keep sacred to yourself. But even then, I think it still comes down to like how much of a foundation and roots you have in like what you care about, because regardless of where the wind is trying to take you, you'll still stay where you want to be, and you'll keep pursuing and growing with what you want to do. So maybe that doesn't even fucking matter. But for example, the reason why it might be more difficult, when you tell people the end goal, is because you do need a stronger foundation for that, because the thing that you want that is so big does take more effort to get there. So people are going to doubt it more naturally. For example, I've gone to the gym for the past 4 days in a row, and I plan to continue that. And if I've already done it for 4 days this week, why wouldn't I continue it for the rest of the week? Like, it's pretty like blatant that that's going to happen, especially because I'm so motivated and I'm so happy to be doing it. I have sciatic issues, and I'm actively working on them to not be chronically ill and trying to feel better, in my body and get stronger and all of those things. And I'm already locked in for a year at this gym. I have to pay a certain amount of money. It's less than physical therapy, but it is still a pretty penny, I will say. But it's worth it for me. It's absolutely 1,000 times worth it for me. So obviously, I'm going to continue doing it, right? The thing that might throw people off if I told them that I want to be, I'm doing this because I have a dance studio. I actually have 3 studios, mind you. They have 3 dance studios. So if there aren't any classes going on, I can go in there and I can go dance my ass off, girl. Maybe not shake too much ass, but like, appropriately family friendly dance because their windows are open. So whatever. The point I'm trying to get to is that, you know, maybe I wouldn't want to tell a certain person that wouldn't believe in me if I didn't have the belief in myself that I want to teach dance classes. I want to have an online dance course as well and build that business up for myself as well. And maybe somebody outside who doesn't get it or whatever, or because it's not a thing yet, and because I also paint and I do other forms of art, would say, oh, that's too much for one person to do, right? To make all these avenues of a business to make that happen, right? Some would say, oh, you have to choose one or the other, painting or dancing. Fuck you. Okay. That's what I have to say about that. But like, listen, and the thing is that like that thought came into my head that like, that might be harder for me to tell people, because that is something that I battle in my head. Because guess what? It is a big workload, right? Like, pursuing your dreams and making the businesses is a big workload. It is. But if you break it down into actionable steps, it makes it a lot easier. And telling people about the little steps that you're taking to get to where you want to go makes it more imaginable and more believable to the other people that your dreams will happen, because you're making the increments to get there. So that's the mother of it. But if you try to tell them and not explain, you know, the big picture, they're not going to get it. That's why sometimes it is good to keep things sacred into yourself. But I also think that in the arts and everything, it is also difficult to not express yourself like fully and authentically. And I don't think you should have to hold back in what you want to pursue, because also speaking it into existence is extremely real. Words are spells. Dude. Diva. Girl. Words are spells. Like, everything you say, everything you write down is so powerful. Like, words are so powerful. They have gotten humans to where we are now, which crazy. You know what? The more and more I think about the human race and where we are now, I will spiral. But that's crazy. That's wild. So it's like, that's crazy. You know what? Let me not. Baby girl, all I know is words are spells. So, yes, speak what you want into existence. For example, maybe you don't tell your family about the art thing that you want to pursue, but you do go to a gallery and you be like, girl, I have some art. Can I show it? And they're like, hell yeah, because we are the art place and we love art and we want to show art. So they will help you show the art. You know what I mean? Like, you go to the places that want you. If you walk into a room and those people don't see you for who you really are, like, is that really the room you should be in? And, I'm not, I said that right after saying my family. My family know who I am and everything. Some of my family are just in the medical field and have no idea how the art world works and have no idea how people actually make money doing it, so they just don't get it. And that's understandable, because guess what? I know nothing about being a doctor or a nurse. I don't know how people do it or pursue it. I don't know. I fucking suck at everything, math, chemistry, all of it. I don't get it. Okay? Slay, go off. You're fucking smart. You slayed that, like going to nursing school or whatever. Like, go off. Listen, I don't get it. Maybe psychology, like I do love human psychology. I do love, I thought about being a therapist at one point too. I do think helping people is really important, and also what I'm doing and pursuing when it comes to my art career as well. But I also think that, like, it's just two different lanes, and it's just like, hey, they might not fully get it, but they support me, and that's what really matters. So I didn't want to make it seem like my family was not supportive, because that's not the truth, but I do think there's just some things that you just don't see eye to eye on, because you're two different fucking people, because you have different eyes and you see things differently. You know what I mean? So that's the tea. Biggest example of this too, and I was thinking about this when it comes to self-confidence and all of that. Miss Trisha Paytas, as we know, has been talking about Broadway, has been talking about wanting a Domino's sponsorship and all of this stuff for years. In 2025, she got those things. And it's been years since she's been saying this, and it didn't happen till 2025, right? And obviously that just comes with growth and understanding and da 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 da. But if you really take a close look of like what's going on with her as an individual, she started meditating and taking care of her mental health 3-4 years ago or so. And after those 3-4 years, she's manifested a lot of her desires. And listen, it really does take self-worth to get to where you want to be. That's all I gotta say. Because if you don't believe in you, nobody else fucking will. If you don't put in the steps to get to where you want to be, you won't get there. It's cliche as shit, but it's motherfucking true. You miss 100% of the motherfucking shots that you do not take. So take the shots, girl. Not like but like the goals. Like, go for your goals is what I'm saying. Like, if you don't go for it, it won't happen. Point blank, period. And you need self-worth to go for it. And I think sometimes it just takes time. It really just takes time. And, be patient with it. I think that's the biggest thing. It won't happen overnight. I mean, with the internet, sometimes it does for people, but I do, even in those scenarios, still takes some time for you to build that up. Because also it takes time to put an effort to film and edit things and to put them out into the universe, and to believe in yourself enough to do that, and to believe in what you're saying enough to do that. Yes. Did I just spit facts? Or did I just motherfucking spit facts? Girl, I don't know. I don't know, but 2026 is a new motherfucking year. I feel great. I feel motherfucking great. I hope you do too. I'm sending you all of the love and all of the positivity. And if you're going through it right now, girl, I get it. I might seem like I'm thriving in rainbow and butterflies and rainbows, but girls, but what are words? But girl, like, I have been through some things, I've seen some things, and listen, life is not easy, but it can be simple, and that's tea. Yeah, I think words, when it comes to this, it's a case by case basis too. Like, maybe some people really do thrive in not telling anybody and just making themselves their own competition, I think, is the main thing too. It's like, also some people thrive, like I'd said, replace your your unworthy voids with affirmation and positive affirmation, which I know works for me. But I also know, and I think this it depends on the person, but I do you know it just it depends on how you look at failure, right? Because I know some people thrive off of like the boot camp nature of like, do it or fail, do it or motherfucking fail. And I think that's kind of tea too. Like, I think that is kind of true. It's like, sometimes if you don't try, you won't get to that thing. And also, but the thing is, failing also means that you did try at least. And if you look at failure as like a complete bad thing, you won't learn from it. And then you won't be able to get to your next step. So you kind of need to like fail sometimes. There's literally in Finland, there's a day of celebrating failure because, again, like, living is causes failure. Like Conan Gray said, like, living is embarrassing. Like, it is so embarrassing to live and exist. I am so socially anxious. I work retail occasionally, and hey girl, the amount of socially anxious and awkward things that I have gone through is insane. But hey, it's exposure therapy, and maybe I didn't slay that conversation, or like I didn't really know, or like I made awkward eye contact and like I felt weird about it and I ran away. And you know what? Exposure therapy. And I'm learning. And we learn, and we learn from it, okay? I'm starving, so I'm gonna go make some dope ass food because I'm hungry. Um and I've been way more active recently, so I'm even more hungry than usual. Girl, gotta bulk up. It's bulking season, I guess. I don't know. Um but yeah, thank you so much for listening and witnessing to this podcast, and thank you, Toriumi, for commenting the most sweet comment I've literally ever seen. I'm gonna cry my eyes out now, and out of happiness. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and follow my Instagram at LunarLens so you can see all of my art, and follow and subscribe to this account as well as my main channel, which is just Luna Lens, I believe. I don't know. I will tag it below though. Follow my main YouTube channel because there will be more fun videos there as well that aren't just talking about all of this serious introspective stuff, because that's what I'm here to do. And in 2026 we're doing things a little bit differently here, so I hope you enjoy this format, and I am just going to continue to talk about the things that I like on this channel, and self-development, art, period. That's pretty much it, girl, on this channel. But and sometimes randomly meditations. Because I think my past one was a meditation. It was like a ASMR manifesting video, so go watch that if you want to. It was literally 2 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep, and I just decided to film a video. And I was like, again, Miss Trisha Paytas is very inspiring to me too. Like, I didn't support her for the longest time for good reason, but listen, we all learn and we all grow. Listen, I literally don't know her, but if I can take inspiration from her, why wouldn't I? So she has an ASMR channel is the point I was trying to make. She makes meditations and ASMR, and I think that's pretty sick. So yeah, much love. I hope you have a lovely day, evening, night, whenever or wherever you're watching this. Subscribe, turn on the bell notification. I am gonna be posting weekly again, and I'm so happy to be back. I'm gonna make these videos a lot more simpler for me to edit and to put out there, so they'll happen it will happen more consistently and I won't be as burnt out, and I can also make other videos of my art. And again, thank you so much for watching, and much love. Peace. And tell or don't. I don't know, girl. I just make sure that you believe in yourself, and that the people that you tell also believe in you and understand you. And if they don't take what they have to say to heart. And that's really the moral of the story. So, yeah, much love. Mwah. Bye.